My friend Slick50, he made a video in response to everything that Terrence Crawford put out about boxing, YouTube, ruining the sport. And in his response, I agree and disagree. Because there are platforms out here that are all about truth and making sure that boxing news is legit and everything like that. But there's also a lot of people out here who are fanboys and who are liars. Now, when I say liar, I kind of don't really mean it in the traditional sense, because boxing is a sport that things change quite often. Quite often. A contract can be signed and the fight still not happen for unforeseen reasons. I mean it as in not updating your information. There's a lot of channels out here who do not update their information, and that causes for a lot of mess to get started. And then, like I said, the fanboy channels. All they do really is go on tangents about somebody their favorite fighter is going to fight and make a whole big deal for no reason. Like, honest to God, the amount of hate and vitriol that Terrence Crawford and or Earl Spence Jr. are getting because their fight fell through is astonishing. It's astonishing. I don't see how really one person can be to blame for this happening. And that's what's going on in a lot of these channels. They're blaming one specific person when it's a myriad of reasons why it didn't happen. Now, back to the main issue at hand. I believe wholeheartedly, and Slick will disagree with me on this, I think we need to start putting names on it. Not in a sense to where it's disrespectful or distasteful, but challenging, even more than what we do. Because for a long time, I felt like our platforms and even the platform that we share were kind of being blackballed. And it wasn't because of consistency, like some people may say, and it's not because of this or that. I felt as if it was because we weren't in the clique. There's a lot of that going on. If we're boxing media and boxing personalities in the realm of YouTube, there should be no reason for real camaraderie. That's the word I'm looking for, camaraderie. But there really isn't. If you're not down with a clique, you don't get the recognition that you deserve. And true enough, recognition happens over time. It does. But a lot of these people control the narratives. And when you're a person or a group that tries to go against the narratives, then they go against you. So in a sense, Terrence Crawford is right. But in a sense, he's wrong. Because he painted boxing YouTube with a broad brush. And I'm sure that wasn't his intent. I'm pretty sure it wasn't his intent. But when you've been burned by one or two bad apples in a bunch, you tend to throw away the whole bunch. And that's what he's done, seemingly. But there's ways to fix all this. There really is. Let people know what it is. But even then with that, and I've dealt with this, he was still dealing with this. The lie sounds a lot more appeasing to the ears than the truth. A lot of people have a thing to where they like to follow somebody's information unequivocally without doing their own research, so they just have them as a trusted news source instead of doing what they need to do and having their own due diligence. And I'm not saying that there's anything really wrong with it, so to say. But if somebody is saying something that just sounds good, me personally, I want to read more into it. I want to look into it more to see how true it actually is, so I can have an educated conversation with somebody on that topic. But that doesn't happen. And also, this is partly on some fans also, because as a content creator, it's hard. It really is hard. Contrary to what anybody will tell you, it's hard. Getting in front and trying to, have an audience gravitate to you in a manner that is conducive for your future, it's hard. So some people resort to tactics far as, talking all kinds of nonsense. But that makes it entertainment. It doesn't make it news. See, a lot of these platforms right here are entertainment platforms. I'm going to say that again. A lot of these platforms out here are entertainment platforms. They don't really care. Because if they cared about the sport, because like Slick, I have a fond likeness or love for combat sports. The way we may see it is in two totally different ways. I'm more of an anarchist when it comes to the sport, because I believe that for boxing to be great, we have to tear down the whole system and start again. He believes that there's just few minor fixes that need to be made. That's where we differ. And that's okay, because that's his opinion. And I should have my own opinion. But the thing that makes us unique is the fact that we could come together on our different opinions and have an educated and well-placed conversation about it. A very good debate. Even if we disagree up until the end, we find some kind of commonality in that discussion. You can't do that with every platform on YouTube. It's either their way or no way. So yeah, it's time to put a name on this stuff. Calling these people out. But like I said, in a tasteful manner. If you want more and you want to discuss this with either I or Slick, come on over to GMT Boxing. Come on over. We welcome all. And it's not just a sub thing, even though that would be nice. It's not just a views thing, because that would be nice also. It's the fact that we're going to give you our opinion, and you have to come up with your own opinion. Because a lot of things we are diametrically opposed. In other words, we don't really agree on a whole lot of stuff. And I think that's beautiful about it. Who wants to listen to people who why would you want to listen to people that you only agree with? That sounds like an echo chamber. Let's get out of that. But like I said, come on over to GMT Boxing. We get you right. Peace out, y'all.